I do believe I've always, and this is not something I'm saying because my film is up for release, but I honestly believe that the cinema viewing experience, the experience of watching a film on the large screen in a theatre is something that can never be replaced. Experience of watching, community watching, sitting with 500 people, 400 people and watching a film on a giant screen, you just cannot compare it with anything else. Yes, of course, there were moments of apprehension. There were discussions. Do you think we'll be able to hold out? It's an expensive film. There's an interest cost. Beyond the point, should we just say that okay, let's go on to OTT because that's the way things are going. But I'm glad we held on. Hi, this is Kabir Khan, and you are watching Bollywood Hungama.
When it comes to New York, I think the fact that the film was delayed. There was this producer strike taking place at multiplex strike taking place at that point of time, and now you're experiencing something similar for different reasons because 83 has been delayed.
Yes.
How do you look back at that experience of the delay? The movie is ready, but it's not getting released, and
so
that
I must say, at that point in time, I was not at all apprehensive because it was just my second film. I was with Yashraj Studios. I knew that, as and when this thing gets sorted out, we'll get a good release. So I was not at all apprehensive about the release of New York. And we finally did. We were one of the first films to come out after the strike, and, we did only 15 days of publicity, and that's a great lesson it taught me, which till now I hold, and I feel that it's true. You don't need these extended 40-50 days of publicity. You need a good concentrated 15-20 days, and that's more than enough. With 83, of course, it's a completely different ball game. It's something that brought us to a halt was what brought the whole planet to a halt. Right. And it's been a year and a half now. We've announced Christmas, and that's going to make it more than 1.5 years since it's been completed for it to release. But I do believe I've always, and this is not something I'm saying because my film is up for release, but I honestly believe that the cinema viewing experience, the experience of watching a film on the large screen in a theatre is something that can never be replaced. More power to OTTs. OTTs, of course, are here to stay, but it's not either or. And I don't understand why people try and project it as an either or. It's not at all an either or. The OTTs are always going to be there, but the theatres are always going to be there. It's not something that's going to go away because people have gotten used to watching content on OTTs during the pandemic. You will see this in the coming months. How people will come back to the theatres in India. We're already seeing this in markets outside. We're seeing it in UK, in US, in China, and that's bound to happen in India too.
Right, and I think even Punjabi film Haussla has released recently, and
already
it's doing very well.
Yes, absolutely. The whole process, the experience of watching, community watching, sitting with 500 people, 400 people and watching a film on a giant screen, you just cannot compare it with anything else.
All right, and now 1.5 years delay in 83. How tough was it for you, the entire delay part? Did you at any point of time had those apprehensions that maybe release kar lete hain ya phir any such?
I'm an optimist, and I always believe that no, this too shall pass. I have designed 83 to be experienced on the large screen. I've designed it in such a way, we've shot it in a certain way that we want the theatres literally to become stadiums when you watch 83 because it's reliving India's greatest sporting moment. So yes, of course, there were moments of apprehension. There were discussions. Do you think we'll be able to hold out? It's an expensive film. There's an interest cost. Beyond the point, should we just say that okay, let's go on to OTT because that's the way things are going. But I'm glad we held on. I'm glad Reliance Studios stood by me like a rock, and they said no. Ranveer, Kapil sir, everybody was of the opinion that we should hold on and we should wait till we can showcases it on the big screen.
There are these views that कौन किसको कॉपी कर रहा है, कपिल देव रणवीर सिंह को कॉपी कर रहे हैं कि रणवीर सिंह कपिल देव को करने वाले हैं.
An ad that's come out, a brilliant ad that's come out, because showing them. No, this is something I have to say about Ranveer. It's unbelievable. I've often said this. He's a chameleon.
Right.
He's a chameleon. He just changes colors. I mean, if you see 2-3 films of his, you cannot say that the protagonist is the same human being.
Right.
This is a completely different person. And what he's done, and this is, again, I'm not saying this because my film is going to come up for release. People have already reacted to the few photographs that have come out, but he has just, and to begin with, in the process, I had told Ranveer, it's not a look-alike contest. I want you to take this persona, whether your face matches Kapil Dev or not. But I think he went the extra mile. And, what people don't realize, people think it's the hair, it's the mustache, it's the teeth. No, it's actually the expressions, and that is what Ranveer has aced. Of course, we just sort of packed our bags and landed up at Kapil Dev's house and just stayed with him for about 2 weeks. Didn't leave him alone. Followed him everywhere. Made him speak out the lines, the dialogues, the whole sort of process, and that really helped. But hats off to Ranveer to have grabbed that, because it's not easy. You can easily become very and that is something that Ranveer has managed to really deliver on.
Do you feel that Ranveer is a very good actor in real life as well? Because he is putting up this historical sort of persona, maybe to hide the fact that there is this very serious actor who's just pretending himself all the time.
I'm not sure whether I would say that, because he's not that. The energy that you see socially in sort of parties and various public appearances of Ranveer is not really that when he's on set. On set, he's an actor who's really in his character, and he actually likes his space. He likes to be able to concentrate on what he's going to be doing. He mulls over it. He speaks to the director a lot. So that's only, I think, his public persona. But
I said the public persona.
I think public he is just somebody who's full of beans. He's somebody who's happy with life, and he shows that, which is great about him.
Right. Each and every member of the team, I think they're super excited about leaving the game. And along with Chirag and so all of them, they're so looking forward to the film, and it is such an important film for them. Yashpal Sharma Sahab, unfortunately, I think he's no more, which is really unfortunate. But it must be a very important film for that particular team, because 83, as we have discussed in the past, was a moment that really brought India together. That yes, we can do this.
I mean, true. It's a very important film, of course, for the original 1983 team, because there is, of course, a generation that knows everything about 83. These people are total sort of legends and icons for them. But then there is a whole youth that doesn't know the details, and probably have forgotten the names of some of the members of the 1983 squad.
Right.
So in that sense, I think reintroducing them to the youth of our country is something that I'm really excited about. Not only reintroducing the characters, but reintroducing the ethos and the environment in which they used to play. It's very different. The ethos of cricket in those days versus today, what it is. All the kind of glitz and glamour and money, it was not there in those days. And for these the bunch of players to go there when nobody believed in them, with no resources, not even a coach, to go and do what they did is an incredible human story that obviously will be very important for everybody involved in it.
Right. How tough is it to put a promo together for a film like this?
Very tough. I mean, it's a good question, because it's very difficult to define the moment in a promo. The film, yes, maybe we've managed to do justice to it somewhat, but to encapsulate that in a promo, I realized is next to impossible. So, as I said, we're just going to show you a glimpse of the film to excite you in the trailer. But definitely, I don't think a trailer can in any way try and capture what went into this journey.
And what is the duration of the promo?
Those are technical details we're still working out on, because we're still a little away from the promo. It'll be in the range of a regular trailer. And we'll try and bring out most dimensions of this journey. But as I said, it's a difficult one.
Right. And so when do we see the promo? When is it going to be coming out?
We still have to take a decision on when we're releasing it. As I said, I don't want a very extended publicity campaign, so we're still going to decide which is the best time. Because I mean, in the current scenario, we all have to change the way we look at marketing. We cannot do what we used to do in the pre-COVID days. We cannot be traveling to cities and having public functions. I don't think that's not responsible behavior. So we'll have to change according to the times. But yet, of course, I mean, 83 is a film that's already got so much of hype and publicity around it, even before we've released any material. But still, I think there's a certain excitement that we will generate all over again once we start a campaign.
Right. And now, when it comes to the release date, so there are a lot of these talks, these speculations that the team requested Amir to shift the date or anything of that. So, did anything of that happen?
See, everybody was talking to everybody, honestly. I mean, I remember the day I was actually in Dubai, the day it happened, and I think everybody was on the phone till 3 in the morning because everybody was trying to coordinate. So, I think these are all just rumors about individual names and stuff. But the point is that we were all consulting each other and making sure that nobody sort of, unnecessarily encroaches on another person's date and everybody gets their due, because there are a lot of films that have been waiting in the wings. And I think post-COVID, we should all give each other space to be able to, let the audiences come in and enjoy the films.
Right. And Deepika is part of the film as well now.
Of course,
she's an actor who does not really makes concessions no matter what. When it comes to being a professional, she's a third professional. So I'm sure that there must be something in her character that must have really excited her. It's not merely coming in because Ranveer is part of it, so I'm coming in as well.
Absolutely. I mean, see, I think, Deepika being the kind of actor she is, the kind of person she is, I think they also tend to look at the project as a whole, right? There's a holistic view to a film. So it's not always about what am I doing, what is my character doing. It's also, do you want to be a part of this film or not? I think Deepika, looked at it as a film that she would like to be associated with, and that's why she's one of our producers. And she has a very significant role. Yes, it might not be in length equal to some of the others, but the fact is it's an extremely important role because Romi ji played a very important role in Kapil Dev's life. I mean, there is a certain reason why that character is there. There's a certain dynamic that Romi ji and Kapil sir have that is very unique, and we wanted to show that. I thought the story would be incomplete if I did not show that.
Right.
Hi, this is Kabir Khan, and you are watching Bollywood Hungama.